How come they call you the old man?
Because look at me. I'm the old man.
Oh my gosh. Mondo Freako. Hey everybody, welcome to Mondo Freako, and I'm so glad that we have an elder with us tonight, the old man.
I'm so glad to be here with you, Bob.
And
should I call you, or should I call you Mondo?
Mondo, right? Yeah, exactly. Call me Mondo.
Mondo.
But it's better than Freako, I think.
Yeah, and it's fitting because it's Cinco de Mayo week.
There you go. See, look
Mondo.
at that. We're fitting right in.
Yeah,
we're fitting right in.
I real quick, you asked about, me being called the old man.
Yeah.
When I was doing the podcast with my son, he calls me up and says, "Hey, I need a co-host. I can't keep a co-host. They come and they leave, and I'm without a co-host. Will you co-host with me for for a couple of shows?" I go, "Sure," and he goes, "All right." He goes, "So," I go, "But I don't want you to call me. I want you to call me." He goes, "What do you want me to call you?" I go, "Well, I don't want you to call me Dad. And I don't want you to call me Jim. I want you to call me the old man. Call me the old man."
The old man.
And I was golfing at the time, and I see my golf buddies call me the fat man.
Oh, well.
Yeah. And I mean,
that's golf buddies for you.
That's all good too, And so he says, "Really, the old man? You want me to call you the old man?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "All right." So he introduced his show as Dreadnought 928 with Big Rich and the old man, and it's been the old man ever since. Yeah,
there you go. Well, it's good. It's better than if they called you ball washer.
I've been called that too. And then within a year, the girl I had as a co-host at the time, she just started calling me Tom. I go, "Why are you calling me Tom?" She goes, "The old man, Tom." Tom. Yeah. So then that's how Tom came about. People were too lazy to say the old man. So
well, you got to abbreviate everything.
Everything's an abbreviation. So.
That's the nature of living in the United States. Everything has to be abbreviated, right? So we're not the United States of America. We're USA, right? So
acronyms, man. I tell you, I hate them because I never know what they're talking about.
Well,
hey, it's good.
You're not versed, Also, it keeps out the riffraff.
Oh, yeah. I even have a book of acronyms. If someone writes something, I got to look it up and see if it's in the book. And now the book's outdated. I don't have the acronyms.
Is it a handwritten book? Is that the idea?
No, this is a regular.
Oh, it's like a real book. Oh, okay.
Hold on. Hey.
Wait, he's prepared. Let's see.
Hold on there, Bob.
Is that a first edition? Holy schmoly. The Great Big Book of Acronyms. Oh, there you go. Texting Dictionary of Acronyms. Go figure.
Yeah, I mean,
that looks like a good stocking stuffer.
I mean, it is loaded.
It is. Look at that. Well, OMG.
OMG.
So they can find you at the oldmanpodcast.com. I want to get this out of, get this plug right in here. So then that way we can just go on and move on to the other stuff.
Yeah,
so.
That's our web. That's my webpage, theoldmanpodcast.com. That's be on X or Twitter.
Yeah.
You can
whatever you want to call it.
And there I am on Facebook. Yeah. Just
and you can listen on all podcast platforms.
All but Spotify. I'm not on Spotify.
No. Well, let me change that. Hold on a second.
I got mad at Spotify and said, "Screw you! I ain't gonna use you."
Well, there you go.
They kept kicking all except Spotify. Yeah. But you can hear me on Spotify because I'm the co-host of Savage Unfiltered with Michael.
Oh, there you okay. Well, now I got to change that again.
Change it back. Yeah, Jesus.
Except for Spotify Savage Unfiltered. So I've got a question for you, old man. So here on Mondo Freako, we talk about weird things. And I always give everybody a quiz. Now, the question is,
Okay.
I always give the guest a choice. Do you want to take the quiz before I tell you more about the weird thing? Or do you want to wait and hear about the weird thing and then we'll take the quiz?
Give me the quiz, man. Let's go.
There, hey, that's what I like to hear.
Yeah,
Quiz.
Quiz.
That's a sport
Quiz.
right there. That is a man after my own heart. Can you see that? I'm going to read it out to you so you don't have to be able to read it. But
it's kind of small for me, but
yeah. Well, get the cheaters out.
I got them on. I can't see it.
That's all right. I'll read it out to you. So we're going to talk tonight. I'm going to tell you what we're going to talk about. It's called the Devil's Lake Monster.
The quiz is Lake Monster.
And the quiz is about that. So I got 7 questions, and hopefully, we'll see how you do.
Yeah, this doesn't even help. My eyes are that bad. Okay, go ahead. I'm ready.
Right, here we go. Which indigenous people's oral traditions are the only source of the Devil Lake Monster legend? Is it A, the Chinook and Clatsop peoples, B, the Siletz and Tillamook peoples, C, the Kawakawak and the Haidai peoples, or 2 guys named Siletz and Tillamook who had a bad fishing trip?
D.
Now, if you want, I have a hint. If you want a hint, I'll give you one.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, you want the hint?
Yeah.
Think about the coastal peoples of the Oregon-Washington region who relied heavily on the sea.
No, the Catsup people. The A.
The Chinook and the Clatsop people.
Yeah,
Let's see. Yeah. Oh, it was the Siletz and the Tillamook people was the correct answer.
Oh, the Tillamook.
That's where the legend is rooted. Okay, well, that's all right. Out of the gate, it's okay. I know.
Cheeseheads over there. Yeah, where the cheeseheads.
The Tillamook's right. It's good cheese.
It is great cheese.
All right, let's go to let's leave that behind us. You still got 6 more to go. You can still win this. You can still get better than 50%.
All right.
Where exactly is Devil's Lake, the monster's supposed home, located?
Okay.
Is it near Lincoln City, Oregon? Near Salem, Oregon? Somewhere very cold, dark, and tentacle adjacent? Or near Portland, Oregon? I got a hint if you want it.
Yeah, give me the hint.
It's a coastal Oregon town known for its outlet stores and proximity to the ocean.
Lincoln City.
Oh, near Lincoln City. Oh, I was very confident. There you go.
Yeah, baby.
There, you got that one.
I was going to say that without the hint. I was going to say that without the hint.
Oh, well, there you go. See, you already knew it. But that's okay. The hint's there if you want to use it. So now you're 1-1. Here we go. Number 3. What is the most distinctive physical description that sets the Devil's Lake Monster apart from typical lake monsters? Is it A, an oversized freshwater shark with a forked tail? B, a massive many-armed beast like a giant octopus, sometimes covered in coarse dark hair? C, a very large and very grumpy catfish with a serious personal space issue? Or D, a giant serpent with glowing red eyes? I have a hint if you'd like it.
I'm going to go with D. I'm going with D.
You're going with D?
D.
No want the hint. Okay. No. Oh, that was a good guess, but it is a hairy octopus. Multiple arms.
That would have been my second guess. But the red eyes, the red glowing eyes.
Oh, you like the red eye. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's all right. So
any kind of devil monster's got to have red glowing eyes.
You're right. The devil aspect of things, you're right. Here we go. Let's go to number 4. According to early legends, what was the monster's primary aggressive behavior toward people on the lake? Was it A, it would beach itself and block fishing trails on shore? It would steal fish. B, it would steal fish from nets left out overnight. C, it would rise from the depths to capsize canoes and drag people under. Or D, it left terrifying 1-star reviews of local fishing spots.
All right,
I got a hint if you want it.
Yeah, let me go with the hint.
All right. The creature wasn't shy. It came up to meet visitors in a very unwelcoming way.
I'll say tipping canoes over and
Ooh. Tipping canoes over. Let's see. That would be C. It would rise from the depths to capsize canoes and drag people under.
Yeah.
All right. Look at that.
Woohoo!
There you go. I made a little bit bigger for you. Hopefully, let's see if you can see that better. Oh, dang it.
Nah, I still can't see it.
You still can't see it? Okay.
Nah, I can't see it.
Still can't see it.
Bob, I'm old, remember? I'm the
That's
old
right.
man.
The old man. Okay.
Yeah, that looks pretty good right there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. We'll go with that.
All right.
Now, if I can get, there we go. Let's go to the next. So you got 2 and 2. You're doing pretty good, actually.
50%.
Number 5. When did sightings of the Devil's Lake monster reportedly peak in more modern accounts? Was it A, the mid-20th century, B, every Halloween right after the candy runs out, C, the late 19th century, or D, the early 20th century? I have a hint if you'd like it.
Yeah, give me the hint.
Think of an era following the Victorian age, a time of rapid industrialization and growing public interest in the strange.
19th century.
19th century. Oh, you were very confident there. No.
Oh man. Well,
Modern sightings peaked in the early 20th century.
Well, it said following the Victorian age.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Oh man.
Sorry.
That was a trick question.
Well, it's a devil. It's a devil lake monster. It's not like a saint lake monster.
Yeah. I think the devil's got a hold of you with this test, Bob. All right.
Okay, here we go. The next one, number 6. So you're negative right now. You got 3 wrong, 2 right. You got to get this one and the next one. All right. You're really pushing us right to the edge here. Number 6. What real animals have some researchers suggested may have influenced the Devil's Lake monster legend? A, large sea turtles or misidentified gray whales. B, oversized sturgeon or the occasional wayward giant squid. C, Gary, an unusually large pet goldfish someone flushed in 1903. Ooh. Or D, oversized eels or escaped zoo animals. And I have a hint. It's okay to take the hint.
Give me a hint.
All right. One is a large freshwater estuarian fish. The other is a deep sea cephalopod rarely seen near shore.
B.
Oh, right. And there you go. Going with the sturgeon and the squid.
Yeah.
Which I think was a movie. You're right.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
All right. Researchers suggest the legend may have shaped by sightings of oversized sturgeon or even the occasional wayward giant squid making a coastal appearance. There you go. Yeah. All right. All right. I think we're tied up now, 3 and 3, right? So
I'm a game 7 type of guy.
Oh, no, it's right. So now you got to get this one. This is it. You're definitely game 7. Yeah. Okay. What dual role does the Devil's Lake monster legend serve for the local community today? Is it A, a cultural ghost story and a point of local pride? B, a cautionary tale and an active scientific research subject? C, a reason to avoid swimming and a very convincing excuse to cancel boat trips? Or D, a touristy gimmick and a children's bedtime story? I have a hint.
All right. Let me see the question again. What dual role does the Devil's Lake monster legend serve for the local community today? See, usually the question gives you a hint to what the answer is.
Yeah, a little context.
So without going with the hint,
he's stepping on the edge.
I'm gonna say it is a cultural ghost story and a point of local pride.
Let's reveal. Oh, he got it. He pulled it through.
Bum, bum, bum. Game 7, baby.
Quiz.
That's right.
Quiz.
Oh, wow. 4 out of 7.
Quiz.
57% correct. That's fantastic. You did great.
All right, buddy. Yeah.
So let's pause and hear a message, and then we're going to come right back, and I'll tell you the Devil's Lake monster story.
Nice. I've never heard it before.
This is Jonathan.
And this is Heaven from the Opa Ghost podcast.
And you're listening to Mondo Freako.
Toodles.
What in the bloody hell is Mondo Freako? And why would I listen to it?
I don't know. That's a good question. So the Devil's Lake Monster. Here's a little short a couple paragraphs here. Let's see if I got this. Yes. The Devil's Lake Monster, rooted in the oral traditions of the Silets and the Tillamook peoples, is a formidable aquatic entity said to inhabit the deep, cold waters of Devil's Lake near Lincoln City, Oregon. While often grouped with other lake serpents, the descriptions of this creature are quite uniquely unsettling. It is frequently depicted as a massive, many-armed beast resembling a giant octopus, sometimes covered in a coat of coarse, dark hair. Early legends warn of its aggressive nature, claiming the beast would rise from the depths to capsize the canoes of unsuspecting fishermen, dragging both vessels and passengers into the murky abyss. In more modern accounts, the monster has evolved into a staple of the Pacific Northwest folklore, with sightings peaking in the early 20th century. Witnesses have described seeing massive humps breaking the surface or long serpentine tentacles lashing out of the water. Some research suggests the legend may have been influenced by sightings of oversized sturgeon or even the occasional wayward giant squid, but the local hairy octopus description remains a distinct and peculiar hallmark of the region. Today, the legend persists as both a cultural ghost story and a point of pride for the local community, serving as a reminder of the mysteries hidden beneath the Oregon's coastal waters. Wow, what do you think of that?
I'm really curious. Why did you pick something in the Pacific Northwest? Because I live in the state of Washington?
I did. Yes, I picked I picked something up in close to your neighborhood.
In my area. Thanks. That's good. That's good programming right there, people. Good programming.
And I thought this one sounds interesting. It's got a weird story. It's not like anything that you've ever heard of, right? How many other sea monsters are giant squids?
It made me remember when I was a little kid.
Okay.
Growing up in Arizona, and I remember we lived in Tucson. I remember going to Phoenix and going to be with my grandparents and then going on fishing trips to them to some lake. There was some lake they went to in Arizona someplace. And there was
it's just desert in Arizona. There's nothing in
Arizona. No, there's forest and lakes. You'd be surprised.
Really? Okay.
And so there was always a story at this lake that there was a monster in the lake that would come out of the water at night and come up on the shore. Okay. And so that's why you didn't go out running around. Once it was time to go to bed, you got in your tent or you got in your trailer and you just didn't leave because you didn't want to get got by that monster. And I remember them telling us that story, you know.
It was the Arizona what do they call those? Sea monkey monster. Maybe old sea monkeys.
Yeah, some kind of lake monster. But you know, it's those kinds of stories like Loch Ness monster in Scotland. Those deep water monster stories scare the shit out of me. I don't know. There's just something about them. I don't like the water. I mean,
really,
I can swim to prolong my drowning. That's about as good as I can swim.
You're not a pro swimmer, you're saying?
No, I'm not a pro swimmer. But if I get out there, it's like, well, give him a minute. He can survive for a little bit before we go out there. He's all right.
What about floating? You float well?
Oh, yeah, that's the first thing I learned as a kid was how to float. My grandpa in Utah taught me how to float. And so, but these unknown and movies are the same way, like the movies with the monsters in the water.
Right, yeah, old monster movies.
I mean, nothing scarier. Like Jaws scared the bejesus out of me when I saw that movie. And I read the book before I saw the movie, and the book seemed scarier. And so, you know, the idea of being on a lake, you don't know what's below you.
Exactly.
And then all of a sudden something coming up and grabbing you. Oh no, man. No, I don't want nothing to be on I don't want to be there. No.
Well, that's why this one I thought was so interesting because, I mean, you know, Champ in Lake Champlain out east in Vermont is just like Nessie. It's like a plesiosaur. And then there's the Ogopogo up in Canada is a plesiosaur. So this is a lake monster that is a squid that some people say is a hairy squid, which to me was just like, okay, that's even scarier.
Yeah.
Because would you want to have a hairy squid grabbing you? It would be, I mean, it'd be like a vagina with tentacles.
Yeah, and then when he gets out of the water, his hair's all messed up. He's got to get it out of his eyes. He's using his tentacles.
That's right.
And then he gets mad.
Yeah.
Really
yeah. But it was one of the weirdest, as I was kind of doing a little research, it was one of the weirder things in that area. I mean, obviously, Washington, Pacific Northwest, Bigfoot, right? Everybody talks about Bigfoot.
Yeah.
But I thought we got to have something different and weird. And this is one of the weirder, different ones that is in the area. And so I thought this has got to be the good one.
Yeah, I had never heard that. That's a good story. I've never heard that. And Bigfoot, as far as I'm concerned, up here in the Pacific Northwest, like the state of Washington, it's run its course. We've heard so many stories. It's like, hey, I saw Bigfoot. Yeah, right. Okay, whatever.
He's a has-been.
Yeah. Yeah, sure you did. Yeah.
So what do you think the likelihood of there actually being a Devil's Lake monster is?
0. Not something that looks like a hairy squid. No, I don't think so. Now, could it be a big sturgeon? Sturgeon get huge. Sturgeon get big, and it could be a sturgeon. And if I'm not mistaken, a sturgeon is freshwater, but I think it's
a freshwater. Yeah,
yeah, but I think it does go out. It does go out in the salt water a little bit. Not a lot.
Oh, you mean it'll go between the two?
Yeah, it's kind of like salmon. Salmon is.
Right. Yeah, salmon. Yeah.
And I think
they come to freshwater to spawn, but they live in saltwater. Yeah.
I think sturgeon are close to being the same thing. But I have seen some. Man, Bob, I've seen some huge sturgeon. I mean, on the Columbia River, at the Bonneville Dam, in that area on the Columbia River,
right,
just east of Portland, they have a big fish aquarium type thing there. They had sturgeon in there. And they had a sturgeon in there that was like 18, 19, 20 feet long.
Oh, my Lord.
Yes. And it was an old sturgeon, and they took care of it. And, the public loved it. They'd go out there and see this thing. And, they had it for a long time, but some teenagers broke in there and killed it.
What?
Yeah.
How do they kill it? Did they like stick a pike in it or something? What did they do?
I have no idea. That was long.
That's weird. Or they just tap on the glass all night long until they just freaked out.
Well, it was in a tank, so that it had an open top.
Oh, okay.
You can stand there. You can stand there, at the guard railing, and
they spit on him till he couldn't take it anymore. You're so degraded.
Everybody was so mad that they killed that sturgeon.
That's horrible.
That is.
But maybe it could be a group of coordinated sturgeons that act like tentacles whenever you're in the water, and they kind of grab a hold of you from different
Especially if you're
spots.
A teenager, they're still going after teenagers.
There's a bunch of lecherous sturgeons who are grabbing teenagers.
Let me go back and say, you asked me, what do I think? Is there something possibly? I think there's something that could be, big, like a big fish and something like that. It's just like Bigfoot, I cannot confirm or deny a Bigfoot. I've never seen it. I don't know. I don't know. Isn't? I don't know. I've never seen one. I don't know. And, there's other things, running around. I don't know. So like Nessie, is there really something in Loch Ness Monster in the Loch Ness?
People say there is.
I don't know. I can neither confirm or deny it, until I actually see it myself.
Yeah, well, that's the hard part, right?
There could be something out there floating around,
I like to think that this particular story, I would agree with you. I'd probably say that there's a very, very slim chance this is actually real. But one of the not just because it sounds so outrageous, but if you take it a step further and you kind of analyze a little bit, you're like, is there any other octopus-looking creature in the world that has fur, and I don't think there is, right?
I think the fur thing's just someone's imagination.
Yeah, it throws it all off.
Yeah, I don't think it
Maybe
has.
it's molting or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But there are whales in that area.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
all along the coast, there's the big whale watching.
Oh yeah.
And there's orcas out there. I mean, they've
Mhm.
got some big fish and mammals
That's
floating
true.
around out there in the water. So it could be.
They're not hairy though. They're not furry octopi.
But are they full of like if it's a whale or something like that, or maybe a real old sturgeon? Is it full of barnacles? Barnacles that have seaweed that had seaweed attached to it at one time? I don't know.
Now it sounds very Scooby-Doo when you say that. It was the seaweed covered sturgeon.
Well, look, I'm thinking about the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Right, exactly. Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Swimming around and all that kelp,
Yeah.
all that stuff down there, I don't know.
Because I think typically a lot of these cryptid things, that the ones that tie closer to something that's really like we talk about Bigfoot, the one that ties a little bit closer to something that existed, right? So there's monkeys, there's apes and whatnot. Not a huge stretch to go to Bigfoot, right? And the Nessie, there was plesiosaurs. We know they existed and everything. Yeah. Not a huge stretch to say, well, maybe one, there's a small plesiosaur population alive somewhere. Yeah. You never know. But yeah, whenever you kind of mix and match things a little bit with the hairy octopus, puts it over a little over that. Although tomorrow the news could say Devil's Lake monster is real. I don't know, and so we'd all be going, oh well. There
and
you
then
go.
They show a picture of the old man.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my goodness! But I like it though.
Who knows what people's imagination does, especially back if you start talking about back in the indigenous people's days, back when it's just the
a lot of peyote.
Yeah, the peyote, yeah, they weren't all sweet and innocent people,
It's the devil's herb monster. Oh my goodness.
That's it. It could have been all kinds of stuff out there. But
so have you ever seen anything yourself, like you've been out and you see something and you're like, that's not right? What is that? Have you ever had any experiences like that?
When I was driving home in Prescott Valley, Arizona, from Prescott Valley into Prescott, through an area we called I don't know what it was called, Pine Top?
The Devil's Butthole.
The Devil's Butthole. It was right around Granite Mountain in that area. I swear, when I was driving, I just I kind of looked down and then I looked up and I saw something going across the road, and it looked big. It looked big and it looked kind of lumbersome walking across the road, and it went across the road, hit a ditch, and up and vanished into the woods. And I'm going, was that Bigfoot? I have no idea. I don't know.
Could it have been a bear, or it was on two legs, you think? Or
it was too upright to be a bear.
Yeah. Okay.
Be a bear. So I don't know. And then it was, did my eyes just play a trick on me? I don't know.
Interesting.
And then one time when I was living in Chino Valley, I got home from work. It was night. I get home from work. I get out of my car. I open up the trunk to get something out of my trunk, and something catches my eye above me, and I look up and I see this orb jetting across the sky and then vanishing into the clouds. I mean, this thing was moving too, and I'm going, that was no jet. That wasn't no airplane.
Do you remember what year that was? Just out of curiosity.
It had to be mid 70s.
Oh, okay. Wow. That's a while ago then.
Yeah, and it's both those things were mid 70s.
How big of an orb would you say it was? Like, if you just had to guess.
It had to, in perspective, it was bigger than an Apache helicopter.
Okay, so something sizable then. It was not small.
Yeah, it was pretty sizable.
Was it flying about like where a helicopter would fly? Is that the idea?
No, I think no, I think it was. It's hard to tell how high up it was. I think, but it was below the clouds.
Right.
Below the clouds because it was giving off a glow and it was reflecting in the clouds as it's going.
Yeah.
And then it just went into the clouds and disappeared.
And then just appeared. That as well. Yours was in the 70s. I saw an orb in 2005.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually recorded a show with Miles about this, and he said I was crazy. It was in the afternoon. It was like 4:00 in the afternoon. And I was outside with my kids when they were little. I was swinging them on a swing set, and I was pointing out airplanes to my son as they were going over. And I look up, and I'm going to say, "Hey, look, here's an airplane, buddy." And it was a sphere flying through the sky at approximately the height of planes, and it went from the southeast to the northwest within 20 seconds.
Yeah,
like horizon to horizon.
Right.
Just zipped right across us over my house, and I could not believe it. I was dumbstruck because I couldn't do anything. This is pre good cell phone camera. I didn't have a camera on me.
Yeah.
And it just goes whoop, and it was gone. And to this day, I still can't explain it. It wasn't we were looking at planes, and it wasn't a plane. And I saw the front of it. I saw the back of it. It was a ball. It was a sphere. Mm-hmm. And I saw it go in and out of the clouds.
Now, see, yeah, I'm like you. I mean, what I saw was an object,
mm-hmm.
And first thing I thought was, I just saw a UFO.
Yeah.
An unidentified flying object. I don't know what that was. That wasn't an airplane. It wasn't no helicopter. It was something flying in the air, and it was quick. It was real quick.
Very fast. And mine, I would guess, if I had to guess, it was about 4 times the size of a 747 nose cone.
Whoa.
So if you think about the size of a 747, take that times 4, and that's about how I'm assuming, because I was, watching it from the ground, and we were watching planes, and it looked 4 times larger than a plane.
Wow.
How weird.
I know.
But I think it's fascinating that you had a similar experience, because I have not talked to many people who have seen orbs. People will say, I saw lights, I saw this, I saw that. And people don't usually say they've seen orbs. And even for me in 2005, I had a hard time finding, because I went on the internet, right? I went right to the internet, and I looked stuff up, and I couldn't find a lot of orb talk in 2005. So I imagine in 1970 there's no way to look it up easily, but
you didn't tell nothing either. You didn't tell anybody. People nuts. Hey, but I do have.
I told Miles right away as soon as we could record it. I'm like, he's like, you're high.
Yeah, I do have one more example. Now, sure. This isn't a UFO. I think this is spiritual or ghostly or something in that realm.
We're getting everything. We're getting all quadrants tonight.
I've got game cameras in my backyard.
Okay.
Because we like looking at night what's going on. We like seeing the raccoons and the possums and the rabbits and all this and that, and the birds flying around during the day, and the squirrels. Well, I always pull them out after about a week or two, and then I sit here and I go through them, and I got it set up so it shoots a 10-second video. 10-second video.
So when it catches motion, it runs 10 seconds of video.
Yeah, it's a motion detector. So once it picks up a motion, it'll record for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm looking at the videos. It's at night. I'm looking at the night ones now. And it's like you're looking at it through an infrared camera.
Right, yeah. Night vision.
So I'm looking at it, and out of the right-hand corner, this orb comes into vision, and it had to be, I would say, about the size of a little bit bigger than a golf ball.
Uh-huh.
I mean, what it looked like, but it came out and it was like, let me do this arm because it come out like this and it's kind of jetting around.
Oh, bopping around.
And it, just kind of moving in and out of the area,
Uh-huh.
And I'm going, what the hell is that? Because I've seen bugs.
Right.
I've got footage of bugs flying around, and and I've seen them. I know what a bug looks like on an infrared camera. This was not a bug. And
so it was like a solid luminescent ball kind of shape.
Yes. And then it just went, it moved around and then it just went poof and disappeared.
Really?
And I still to this day I have that footage.
Oh gosh.
Because I saved it. I showed Grammy. I go, hey, check this out. And she goes, what is that? I go, I have no idea.
I don't know.
I have no idea what that is. Maybe somebody's visiting us in our yard. I don't know. But I've never seen it again. I've never seen anything like it again.
That's wild. I'd love to see that if you feel like sharing it at some point. I'd love to see it.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. It's
I think it's to me. That's cool.
I think it's an MP3 file, if I'm not sure. I'll email it to you so you can look at it and tell me what you think.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it. This is great. So you're hitting every corner of the Mondo Freako world here. We got cryptids, we got paranormal, we got UFOs. Gosh.
I believe that stuff, Bob. And I mean, the reason I believe it is because no one's been able to disprove any of it.
True, it happens too often, right?
If well, do you believe this? Well, I do. I don't not believe it. I mean, it's like people say, do you believe in ghosts? Well, I don't have a reason not to believe in ghosts.
Right.
You believe in aliens? Well, I think the probability with as vast as this universe is, the mathematical probability is that there are other life forms out there. So yes, I do.
Yeah.
And me and my next door neighbor, whose name is Bob, we talk about this stuff all the time. And he goes, so we were talking, he goes, so do you think aliens have been here? I go, yeah, I'm sure they've been here, but they don't come anymore. He goes, why don't you think they come anymore? I go, because we are the trailer park of the universe. Don't go to the blue planet. They will eat you. They will catch you and eat you. Those people eat everything alive. And he's laughing. He goes, yeah, I believe that they bypass us too. And he goes, because they looked at us and they go, there is no form of intelligent life on that.
No intelligent life on this rock.
He goes, there's just a bunch of worms. He goes, we're worms. They consider us worms. They'll come down and grab some of them for bait for when they're shot. But no, I mean, I have no reason to doubt. I have no reason to doubt this stuff.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm like, until just because you haven't had the experience doesn't mean that no one's had the experience. And if somebody's had the experience, then there's a possibility, I suppose.
Yeah.
That you can't discount, everybody else just because you haven't done it. So
that's right.
I think at this point, I still think anything's possible. The hubris of the humans is so great that we think we know everything when in reality we really don't know very much at all.
We know very little.
And this is just examples of things we don't know, and people like to put it down. Oh, that's nothing. You just saw a lightning bug. Oh, you just saw a jet. Oh, you just saw,
Well, the thing with that is I've seen lightning bugs. That wasn't a lightning bug. I've seen jets. That wasn't a jet.
Yeah.
And another thing too, Bob, is, I'm a Christian. I believe there's a God. I believe Jesus was the Son of God and all this and that. And so, people say, so you believe in heaven and earth? I go, yeah. They go, well, how can you? I go, how can you not? You can't prove to me. You can't prove to me one way or the other. Well, I don't believe in heaven. Well, Well, why? Because nobody said it exists. Nobody said it didn't exist.
Right.
You
Well,
know,
exactly.
and
Exactly.
on my concept of eternity is, I think that there's a verse in the Bible somewhere that says all things will be made known when we go into eternity.
Uh-huh.
And I believe that because our brains are too small to handle the stuff that's going on. And I think that once this life expires and we walk through that threshold into eternity,
Mhm.
our eyes will be open to all kinds of things that we can handle then in a spiritual form that we can't handle now in our physical form.
In the physical form. That's interesting.
And I think that's what's going to happen, and to be honest with you, I'm looking forward to it. I really am.
Well, you are an old man, so you're closer than most.
I'm looking forward to that day of walking through that door of eternity. They go, well, how do you know that even exists? Well, see, it's faith. You got to believe that it exists. It's on faith. And nobody, they go, well, nobody's ever gone and come back. I go, one man claims to have.
Oh, way more than Jesus. Yeah.
And he sat around and talked with 500 people at one time and then left, and they saw him ascend. So I go, and that's another topic. But one thing about that I always say is when Jesus died and they buried him in the tomb and they got the guards there guarding him, the body. And then the morning comes, the doors move, the body's gone.
Right.
So did the Romans and did the political leaders, did they just go, oh, well, say la vie? I say, no, think about it. They put on the biggest massive manhunt known to mankind because they wanted to find that body. They needed to find that body because of the followers he had, because of the, all the teachings and everything. They needed to find that body so they could prove that he was dead. But they never found the body, because if they had found the body of Jesus Christ, it would have been known historically. There would be a thing saying
they would have put it out there.
And there are books out there where people have written about that.
It would have been a bigger tour than King Tut.
Yes. Exactly. So, but no, I believe in that stuff, Bob. And it's, to me, it just makes life more exciting. I mean, I believe there was a time where we as humans, we were more in tune with spiritual stuff than we are. We're not in tune to spiritual stuff nowadays at all. But I think we were more in tune with spiritual and spiritual stuff and eternal stuff. I mean, I believe the stories where people say they saw their ancestors and all this and that. I believe that because there was a time when they were in tune to that kind of stuff. Technology has taken us and made us very simple people. We don't believe in this stuff that's supernatural. We don't believe in the supernatural stuff anymore. And I think it's out there.
The interesting thing is does it matter? I mean, it doesn't matter to everyone else. So whatever you believe in your last moments of your life, if you firmly believe in them and then you slip away believing them, then it is eternity. You believe.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what happens on the other side. You are basically, that last moment is your eternity, whether we know what happens or not, or anybody else knows what happens.
It doesn't matter if anybody knows.
Doesn't matter.
No.
Exactly. You have to just, I think one of the things that people don't realize is, you have to live the life the way you want to all the way until the end. Mm-hmm. Because if you don't, then when you end, you're going to end on kind of a sour note, right? If you're not following your heart and doing what you want.
I totally agree with you, Bob. And Bob, I think
philosophical corner here.
Yes, but that's what makes life fun. If we would get back into being more spiritual beings, life would take a turn for the better. I'm sure of it, because we don't use our imagination near enough as we used to. I mean, and we need to use our imagination. Imagination is the root of creation. I mean, not creation, but creating. Imagination is the
being
root of
creative.
creating,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh,
And
yeah.
what did Albert Einstein say? Imagination is the root of knowledge. You know,
Oh,
because
right. Yeah.
without our imagination, we can't wonder how things are.
You
And
can't
we
dream
can't
it. You
wonder
can't
how
find it.
things would be. Yeah,
Right.
you know.
Exactly.
I mean, that's we don't do that anymore. When was the last time anybody walked outside on a nice starry full night, looked up and went, "Wow, what's beyond what I can see?
Right. What's out there?
What is way out there?" You know. And I mean, we need to get back into that. And you know, and I never if people come and say, "Hey, you know what? I believe in ghosts. I saw a ghost the other day," and I go, "Awesome!" you know, you know. You believe me?
Oh, yeah.
Why wouldn't I believe you? Why wouldn't I believe you? You know.
Exactly.
But if you never going back to this thing about ghosts, Bob, have you ever been sitting, watching TV, a movie or something, or reading, and you see something move out of your peripheral vision?
Oh, my God. It happens to me constantly.
I see that all the time. I'm constantly looking, and I'm thinking
Yeah.
that there's a part of me that's in tune to things spiritual, and I think I'm legit really seeing some stuff.
Yeah, I always say that. Well, actually, one of the worst things for me, I travel around a bit, and I traveled more in the past than I do now because of the way things have changed. But I go to hotels all the time, and I have cats, obviously, and I would always see cats in the hotels out of the corner of my eye. I'd be like, "Oh, is there a cat over there?" I always think just because I always see them at home, perhaps, but it happens too much. And then, you see other things. And I used to now you're going to get weird here. There's a phenomenon called shadow people. And shadow people are just outlines of people. And we can get in a whole deep dive, but there have been times where I'll see shadow people in the corner of my eye when I'm a lot of times when I'm not home, though, when I'm elsewhere. So it's not like, because whenever you talk about these everybody wants to explain away everything. Oh, you got floaters in your eye. Oh, you need to go get your vision checked. Oh, you need, it's not consistently happening. It depends on where I'm at. In some places it happens more, and some places it happens less. And so a weird thing was an old house of ours had a mailbox that was down a road, right? So your mailbox is not right by your house. We live out in the country, and you had to go down the road to get the mailbox.
Right.
And I swear to God, every time I walk out to get the mail, there was all these shadow people around them, because it was a mailbox for a bunch of people, right? So it was more than one, like 3 or 4 mailboxes for people. Always I would see things when I went out to get the mail, but never at the house. And it would just be like something that would blip out of the corner of your eye, and you turn and you catch the glimpse of something. And it looked like a person. It was like a shadow that just kind of went.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, God damn, this mailbox has just got things all over it. I don't know what's going on out here. But yeah, that was one of those things, and I've had it happen more than just there. But yeah, you're right. I think another thing is, I think people aren't in tune with themselves very much. So a lot of folks are so preoccupied with the world around them and the things that aren't important. I'll put it that way.
I agree.
Right? It's all those distractions. Whereas if you're kind of, it'll sound real hippy dippy here, but you're real zen, and you're kind of just focused on yourself, and everything's good with the world, and you're feeling good and everything, then I think you open yourself up more to these things, and they then enter, then you can kind of perceive them a little bit better. Whereas if you're so tied up in your phone and what you're doing, and you got to do this and you got to do that, you're not going to, you're blinded by your own kind of selfish nature. And you kind of have, it's just like the wonder you're talking about, walking out and look at the stars. You have to open yourself up to the world. And when you do, things will reveal themselves to you.
Exactly. And to people that are listening to this show, if you've got people that you're like that, you see things and this and that, and if somebody comes up to you and says, "Well, I don't believe you," fine.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Don't believe me. Prove me wrong.
That's
right. you can't prove them one way or the other. I mean, unless you see something, you can say, "Oh, well, I saw something. I know what you're talking about." But if you've never seen it, that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. You cannot prove it. I mean, you can't say, "Well, that doesn't exist." How do you know?
Right.
You don't. It's just like looking up into the sky and seeing the sky and seeing the universe. If you just look straight up and you see this, and you tell them try to explain to them how big the universe is. We're just a little tiny speck in a solar system, in a galaxy, in a universe, and it's like, well, I don't believe that. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
That's the way it is. It doesn't matter if you don't believe it. And I just this stuff is exciting to me. It really is. A real quick story. Do you have time for a quick story?
Oh yeah, go right ahead.
My grandson, when he was a little boy, like 4 or 5 years old, him and his dad are sitting there. His dad's watching the NBA playoffs, and
the young man and the young man.
Yeah, and he's sitting there and he's playing in toys and all that. And he stands up. His dad's on a sofa. He stands up here and he's looking up at this corner of the living room, and the TV's over here, and he's looking up there. He's just there looking. And Eric looks and goes, "What the hell?" And then Dominic turns around and goes, "Hey, Dad, look." And he's pointing up into the corner of the roof, like if I was pointing up into that. Look. And he goes, "What do you see, Dominic?" He goes, Look. And it's like, I go, "Well, what did you do, Eric?" He goes, "I picked him up and ran the hell out of the house." I go, "Was there anything there?" He goes, "Not that I saw."
He saw it.
But he saw something, and I wanted to get the hell out of there. But, you couldn't take Dominic and say he didn't see anything.
Right. He obviously saw something.
He was very confident that he saw something,
There you go.
And,
maybe he did.
I think he did. I think because babies and kids are in tune to spiritual stuff more than adults.
They're open to the world.
Yeah. You talk to a little kid when a little kid says, "Hey, he's in the room. Hey, who are you talking to?" "My friend."
My friend. Yep,
"What's your friend's name?" "Fred." "Where is he?" "He's right here." Okay. "Hi, Fred. Play nice, Fred."
Exactly.
That's what I used to do with my kids. I would talk to their imaginary friend, and just tell their imaginary friend, "He's in my house and he better be good." When my dad passed away, my sister had his ashes at her house in Santa Fe. And she calls me up and she says, "Strangest thing, when Dad passed away, I've got his ashes, and he kind of buried him out, spread him among the plants and whatever." And she goes, "But now my house smells like cigarette smoke all the time." I go, "You're kidding." And she goes, "No." I go, "Well, is anybody coming in your house smoking?" She goes, "No, nobody comes in my house and nobody smokes." I go, "But you smell cigarette smoke." She goes, "Yes." I go, "Well, what did you do? What'd you do about it?" She goes, "Well, I finally got fed up, and I stood up in the middle of the house and I went, 'Look, Francis, if you want to be here, you can be here all you want, but I don't want no more cigarette smoke.
No smoking inside.'"
Yeah, basically that's what she said. And I go, "And what happened?" She goes, "I've never smelt it again."
That's wild.
That's a wild story right there, baby.
And on that note, let's roll ourselves out of here, shall we, old man? Thank you for being the guest tonight. Remember, everybody, go to the Old Man's podcast and listen to him and Grammy, and have some fun. Right?
Bob, I would love to come back anytime you want me, man.
Yes, of course. You'll have you come back here soon. All right.
Yeah, send me an invite, man. I'm here for you, buddy.
All right, you hold tight for just a minute, and I'm going to play us out of here. Mondo Freako.
Mondo Freako.
Mondo Freako.
Mondo Freako.
Mondo Freako.